Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sanjeev Bhatt, and I'm with Meril as a part of the corporate strategy. I've been with this group for now beyond 17 years, and I've been actively involved in the development of the cardiovascular technologies, structural heart interventional technologies. Our primary focus at Meril, apart from variety of conditions that we are able to address using our novel next generation technologies, has been the heart and the blood vessels that lead in and out of the heart. So everything associated with the heart and the vasculature is of tremendous importance to us, and that makes the World Heart Day exceptionally important to us because we have decided over the last almost 20 years to commit ourselves into design, development, manufacturing, and scientific distribution of clinically relevant state-of-the-art and best-in-class technologies which can alleviate human suffering and improve quality of life. Now, cardiovascular disease, despite in 2024, is still recognized as one of the number one killers across the world. Here in India, we see the demographic shifting from elderly population, which are usually susceptible to high risk of cardiovascular accident, but also in younger population due to changing lifestyle, perhaps our genetic predisposition. So at Meril, we are geared up with novel technologies, and we remain committed to the cardiovascular technologies for this World Heart Day. Without innovation, there isn't any R&D, and most innovative concepts come by listening to the doctors. And I'll cite a very specific example in the field of transcatheter heart valve implantation. Until 2015-16, when our own program was under development, the MyValve THV program, which is country's leading tower technology today, we realized that the balloon expandable heart valves were not being mounted directly onto their balloon, and one had to do an in situ maneuvering of the valve while in the aorta. And we realized that this was distracting to the operator. So we developed a technique by which the heart valves can be directly mounted outside the patient and then introduced into the human body using a newly designed introducer sheath, which is low profile and expands to suit the patient's anatomy. So this was a big step in innovation. It basically prevents distraction of such an important procedure of the doctor and allows the doctor to directly get the valve across the aortic annulus and then expand the valve under pacing. So this was an important step. The second very important and crucial to the whole concept was the innovation in size matrix. Now, within the TAVI field, the sizing is actually determined using a very sophisticated tool such as the multi-slice CT scan of the patient. And each slice is about 0.5 millimeter in cross section. So when we do such high precision of measurement for the aortic root complex, the sizing of the valve or the bioprosthetic valve implanted at that time was extremely empirical. And one had to do an over or under expansion of the valve looking at the patient's anatomy. This we realized may not be the best option. So as an outcome came the conventional diameters, the intermediate diameters, and the extra large annuli diameters, the XL sizing, which allow the doctor to make precision a decision for a particular valve. One has a particular diameter, so you can avoid or minimize the risk of any newer events out of the TAVI itself. The third important thing is the design of the valve. The foreshortening of the valve frame is ever so less as compared to the available TAVI categories, that the implantation of the device is much more predictive. And this important part led to the adaptation of the device across not just in India, but now the TAVI device of Meril MyValve technology is available in over 76 countries. So we feel strongly that R&D, innovation and innovation are intrinsic to each other, and we continue to work deeply in that direction. Meril is contributing to the treatment of cardiovascular disease conditions across 150 countries worldwide. We realize that the world can be actually printed in two different shades. One shade which would cover all the developed world, covering all the large economies, the Western world, and the Far East, which are developed economies. And then there is the sizable world, which is covering almost 80% of the population, which can be painted in different shades. And both these economies have their own unique problems. The larger part of the developing economy has an important need where cardiovascular technologies are required at a lower cost. They have to be relevant, they have to be state of the art, they have to be best in class, and they cannot be an inferior, outdated technology. At the same time, in the developed world, the world there is struggling with the high cost of treatment for the high-end technology. And we realized from Meril, we are geared sufficiently with the technology platforms and our ability to contribute to the healthcare economies in both these worlds. With our PCI solutions, with our transcatheter heart valve solutions, with our catheter, peripheral vascular, neurovascular technologies, we are able to service the need of all these countries. But we also realize that the population demographics across Latin America or South America or Middle East, Africa, East Europe, West Europe, Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific are fairly resembling what one sees here in India. Younger patients are coming to the table, and at the same time, these countries also have a burden of senior, patient population, which also requires some serious care. We realize that while our technology portfolio will be able to service these nations, but we also realize that training and education of the healthcare professionals are also important. So as an important decision and a strategic decision, now Meril has outposts of its Meril Academy, which are all over the world. So there is a Meril Academy, a satellite center, a very large center in Sao Paulo in Brazil, which caters to the training and educational need of healthcare professionals in South America. There is one academy which has been structured at the Frankfurt airport in Germany, and that caters to the European population. There is one in Madrid now, there is one in Istanbul, there is one in Moscow. So the Meril Academy essentially outside of India also caters to the educational needs of the healthcare professional. So we have a two-pronged philosophy. While we ensure that the patient population who requires the treatment across the world get these products, but also the educational and the clinical research needs of the healthcare professionals are addressed using the training academy.